I think we're live now. Hello everyone, my name is BMAC and welcome to Race Spec Tier 3 of the Pacific Series. This is round 4 and we are here at Spain this week. Sorry for a little bit of technical difficulties at the start there. We've got it going now, so we've missed the start of the qualifying. But currently we do have Sandals leading the top at a 1:16.08. Running first. We're currently watching Proximity Ross on his hot lap. As he comes around. Where is he on? He's coming to the last chicane now. As he comes around the last corner, we'll see what time he can put in. No, he's actually on an in lap. We'll try and find someone that's on an out hot lap here. Finn Kelly looks like he's on a hot lap. Sitting in P5 currently at the moment. He is a 10th up. He has actually run wide into the gravel there. He's actually just invalidated his lap, so it's unfortunate there from Finn Kelly. He's just had to pull out of that one. As Semi-Pro comes around the last corner now, he's going to put in a time of 1:16.4, which puts him into 7th place currently. We'll jump on board now with TTV Resolution as he takes the last chicane, coming in the last corner now. Crosses the line and he only improves by 3/100th, so he does stay in that 11th place. We've got a very angry side pod that's just started a hot lap, I believe, as he locks up a little bit into turn 4. Coming through now through turn 5. He'll be looking for a quick lap here to improve on his time. A very angry side pod, and he has invalidated his lap there, unfortunately. Up out of turn 8. TTV Resolution has retired from the session. Not too sure what happened there, I've missed it. We're on with Bambi here now. Jerndan's been disqualified from the session. But we do ride with Bambi now as he comes up through turn 8, 7 and 8. Around turn 9 now. You want to hit that corner flat out. Opens the DRS up. Comes now into turn 10. He is only 8/100ths up on his time. You want to try and look to improve that through the last sector here. As he comes through into the last chicane now. Jake W has also retired from the session. We hope that Ferrari did not block Bambi there as he came around that last part of the chicane. He flies around the last corner now. He improves to a 1:16.2, which puts him in 4th place. We jump on board now with Deputy Dildog. I don't think he's on a hot lap. This might be on his out lap or an in lap here. We'll try and find someone that is on a hot lap for us. We've got Entei now on a hot lap, who's actually 4/10ths quicker going into the last sector. And Stone Tower's actually gone first with a 1:15.4 and Bodhod's second with a 1:15.9. So the drivers now starting to hit those 1:15s. As Entei comes across the line, it puts him at a 1:15.7, which puts him into provisional P2. Sorry, Banana Cake, hopefully I've just fixed that up just then. Just let me know if there's any issues as we move along here. Gold Gloves jumped up to 5th place with a 1:16.095. Try and find someone on a hot lap here. couple of drivers opting to jump on the medium tyres for their second stint. Thank you, Bernard. Big tap straight myself, so it must have been echoing, but I've turned that off now. Turned that down at least. We've got side pod on an out lap. Scotty, I'm not sure if Scotty's on a hot lap here. No, he's not on a hot lap. I believe we might have Sandals on a hot lap here as he comes around through the last chicane. Coming around the last corner now. He's going to open up the DRS as early as he can. And he's also jumped into the 115. This is the 115.721, which puts him in provisional P2. We'll jump on board now with side pod as he's gone through sector 1. He's 8/100ths ahead of his time currently. As he comes into turn 10, he is 6/10 up. 6/10 up coming out of turn 10. So we hit the last sector now, through 11 and 12. As he comes around now into the last chicane. Now. Got with 359. Provisional P1 there for a very angry side pod. As we try and find another driver on a hot lap. Semi-pro coming through the last chicane now. On an in-lap. We've got Zero finishing his hot lap now. He's jumped up to a 115.9, which puts him into P6. 7/10 quicker that lap from him. We jump on board now with Ben. Starts his flying lap. Taking turns 1, 2 and 3 really nicely there. Flowing the car out wide, keeping that mid-corner speed. He's 1/10 up in the first sector. Coming around now, turn 5. Pretty clean so far from Bambi. No lockups yet as well. Just hope this car in front of him stays out of his way. He gets a little tow from the car as well. I'm not sure if that's going to help him or not. He's still 1/10 quicker as he's come around turn 10, going to the final sector. He'll really want to push this final sector to try and be one of those guys in the 115s here. Coming around now, how well has he hit this final sector? That's a 115.8 from Bambi. So he's jumped into provisional P5. We'll jump on board now with Deputy Dual Dog, who was I think 2/10 quicker in his first sector. Coming around turn 10, completing sector 2 now, 3/10 up on his time. Looking like another driver's going to be hitting those 115s as well. Really trying to open up the chicane there, trying to have maximum speed through the corner. And he comes across the line with a 115.742. 1/1000th behind Trent Sandals, which puts him in P4. Stone Towel is 3/100ths up on his time. We'll try and find another one closer to finishing their lap. I believe Scotty's on his lap as well. So we will jump back on with the Stone Tower. I think he might be the closest one to finishing his lap. He's 2/10 up coming into the last sector here, which together put him in provisional pole. As he comes around now, the last final corner, keeping it, throwing it wide, trying to keep that maximum speed, and he comes in with a 1:15.2. Giving him provisional pole. We'll see if anyone can challenge that and take him off that top step. Scotty's aborted his lap. In the pits he's come. We'll try and find someone that's close to finishing their lap here. We've got Deputy Dilldog now coming around the last corner. He's just setting up. I think he's missed out on another lap there. Jump on board now with Bodhod, who is 4.5 tenths up going into the last, and he's lost it. He's unfortunately lost it in the last sector there. He can't be too happy with that one. I think the only driver now that can challenge for pole position is a Very Angry Sidepod, so we'll jump on board with him. He is 1 tenth up though from his time. Everyone else has finished, so he's... Oh. He is going to complete his lap. We'll see if he can improve and take that P1 position as he comes around the line now. And he hasn't improved, he's stayed P2. So I believe that is qualifying complete. Just make sure no other drivers are on track. Trickid has aborted his lap. So there we have it, everyone. That is qualifying complete. We'll just wait for the official results to come up before we announce it all. Looking like another strong outing in qualifying again by those Williams and McLaren drivers. Williams are leading the Constructors' Championship and Stone Tower is leading the Drivers' Championship as well. So they've been pretty consistent all season, those Williams. We'll just have to wait here now, sorry guys. I think there might be just a little bit of a glitch. I can do that, Anthony, thank you. So that is qualifying complete, guys. So we have Stone Tower on the top in the Williams in P1, followed by Very Angry Sidepod and Trent Sandals in P2 and 3. We have Deputy Dilldog, Ante and Bambi in 4, 5 and 6. And to round out the top 10, we have Bodhod, Zero, Gold Gloves and Scotty in 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now we need to get you into this session, False. You should be able to join on me.
I'll try. Try again, hopefully. I just asked for another invite from the guys.
Yep. I can't send you one, can I? Can I send you
sure.
one? Invite friends, I think. No, I can send you one. There we go.
Thank you. Hopefully this works this time. Okay. How's qualifying been?
Strong performance for Williams. Stone Tower took pole. Again, McLaren in P2 and 3.
Yeah.
And then Williams again in P4. So they're the standouts at the moment. We'll see if
they've done very well, haven't they, Williams?
We'll see if Sidepod can keep it together this race and really stay up there and keep his mistakes very limited this week. So you can't be happy with how last week went at the Dutch Grand Prix.
So, judging by the standings, McLaren's looking very good. McLaren and Williams once again. I think, judging by the constructors, McLaren are down P6. So they've had a much better qualifying, looks like.
I think they've been pretty good in the qualifying. It's just been their race. As you see, Stone Tower just got a little bit off the track there on his on the formation lap. Really pushing their boundaries on warming up those tyres.
So I think Bottas had a pretty good session. Ente did a very good session. Is that his second race in this league?
Yes, Ente's come out really strong. I think he struggled last week. A couple of cars in the back, I see, off the track as they're trying to warm up the tyres. But yeah, I think Ente struggled last week. Finished out of the points.
Yeah, well,
with a strong
qualifying. I think Kelly's down P16 as well, which is surprising. Very surprising.
I think the bottom 4 actually didn't get a lap in. They were either disqualified or retired. They crashed out in qualifying.
So it makes them good overtakes early on.
It does.
Interesting. So Kelly is in P2 in the standings. He's down 16th, so he'll have to make his way up and try and catch Tao.
He's definitely got the pace, that's for sure.
Exactly, yeah. So
I'm not too sure of the strategy here. I think it might be another softer hards.
I think so. I believe it should be.
It is telling us it's a soft, medium, medium, and a soft, medium, hard, but I don't think that is going to be correct.
Yeah, I think most people will try to get that one stop in tonight.
So now do just wait for all cars to get to the grid.
Here we go.
As we have all 5 lights now, and that is a really quick start, and off we go. This is a really quick start by the McLaren. Trent Sanders, he comes on the outside, and Stone Tower is really defending that inside position. Stone Tower has got off to a good start. It's a battle for the McLarens through turn 2, and very angry Sidepod has held position through there, stayed in P2. We do have a yellow flag. Has there been an incident? We'll try and find what...
Resolution is going off. Yeah, he has. So that's TTV resolution. I think that is his debut. Well.
Doesn't look like he has any damage, but we will jump back up to the top. Zero's made a couple of positions as well. He has just dropped back down to 8th.
Well, keep in mind, Botthod in P6 is on the medium, so he's in a great position straight away for a one stop.
He's actually really good qualifying that I missed by Botthod. I was not sure, didn't know that he actually qualified on the mediums.
So he's going to just try and stay with these guys, these top five guys. Just try and keep up with them and hold on to those tyres. Definitely after the soft stint, and maybe almost run to the back of Ente. Very close there.
Looks like we're all... There is another yellow flag.
Another
it is Jake W67. I think he is I've seen a bit of debris fly up as well.
Trickid's gone as well.
Trickid, I think he's lost his front wing, he has. And Finn Kelly
well. Yeah.
changing his wing as well. So carnage happening at the back of the pack. Not the start Finn Kelly would have been looking for. We'll jump back up to the front. The standings are glitching out a little bit here. But we are seeing gaps form now. Drivers just settling into their positions as we ride along Angry's side pod with his teammate right behind him, trying to apply that pressure. Just wants to stay in that DRS zone before it begins. Trying to stay close within that 1 second.
Currently, they're all mostly within 1 second. Only been 2 laps, but most of the field is still quite closely packed together up until around what, P13, where proximity Ross, I should say, as
yes, we should have a pretty long DRS train, and Semi-Pro has lost it, has he as well? A lot of cars losing it up the top of Sector 3 there.
I wonder if it's due to cold tyres, maybe. Maybe they haven't warmed their tyres up in the formation lap and they're just getting stuck out now. That's like 4 drivers now.
He has gone into the pits here, so he must have got some damage there, unfortunately.
Maybe couldn't hit.
You see Bodhod trying to make a move down the inside of Bambi, and he has actually made the move on those medium tyres, so that's actually a big move there by Bodhod, taking P5.
Jake with his first penalty down in P14. I think it's his debut as well. There's a few debut drivers.
Yeah, so we've got Jake and is it TTV?
I think that's it for today. Which is
we have a yellow flag in Sector 2. It's Gold Gloves.
It's Jake. Jake spun again. Actually, he's lost his front wing, or he's broken his front wing. So
I just noticed as well, on 4th position, Deputy Dildog's dropped all the way down to 10th.
Did he start from 4th? Oh,
he started from 4th, Deputy Dildog. Doesn't look like he's got any damage, so he might have got off the line really slow or gone wide somewhere and missed a braking point. And just lost a lot of positions actually. As he tries to make a move on Jandan. Yep.
He's going to get it done on the outside? Yes, oh no, they're going to side by side.
Jandan really fighting back there.
I think he's gotten the move stuck, but now Jandan has Gold Gloves for company. Putting pressure. Don't think he's close enough for a move though. As Jake pitting once again. Did he pit? He did. No, he didn't. He's pitting now for his first stop after getting that wing damage too. There's a bit of a theme. Debut drivers having not the best debut races, but as you can see from Entei in P4, can always go up as he almost.
Oh, he goes real wide there.
Yeah. Wow.
Entei's going to be a little bit of a sitting duck because he has actually lost the back of Trent Sandals, so he doesn't have DRS at the moment.
Yeah, you've got Bodhod now. Bodhod's going to go up to P4 on those medium tyres, which he can. He can't really go. He might go medium hard that 1 stop if the rest of the drivers can only go 2 stop.
Finn Kelly has received his first penalty of the race.
Down P14, yeah. Or he can go for a...
And Sidebot is making a move down into turn 1. He has completed the move before the corner, so he has actually passed Stone Towel. Making the move into turn 1. McLaren in the lead of this race, as Stone Towel runs wide out of turn 4. And we have a...
I think he's crashed.
Has he crashed on track? He has retired. It's a yellow flag, Sector 1 and Sector 2.
Jandan spun it on an exit of 3. Looks like turn 3.
Everyone is struggling on their tyres at the moment. Really struggling with the traction.
Well, I just want to look at Bodhod again, because as I was saying before, he could go mediums, long medium run and go to the softs. Is that Gogo's second penalty within the lap?
I missed his first one if it was, but quite potentially it could be. But like you said, just cut on board with the stream with Bodhod to see if he can get into P4 on these mediums, which would be a really successful start for him.
I don't know. Well, he's getting within 5/10 now, so he's getting there. I think he might be able to get him. He gets good traction out of the final corner. he may be able to get him coming into turn 1. Is quite far back. 0 coming into the pits now, which is a very early stop on those soft tyres. So he's just too far back.
I think he's close enough that lap. Just gonna have a look at 0. Did he cop any damage? I don't think he did.
I don't see a front wing.
He's jumped early onto those hard tyres, so he's probably looking to go the rest of the race now.
It's a long way, especially on this track on those hard tyres. Long way.
27 laps, that is long. Bodhod getting real close now, 4 tenths now to Entei. We'll see if he can make a move onto that next DRS straight in turn 10.
Entei is really struggling. So coming around the fast right-hander. Opening that DRS, can he get a move done? No, he's still too far back. But he's always closed right up now.
Just playing it really safe there.
Well, I believe Bodhod didn't make the end of the last race. So...
He did not, no.
He was the first one to crash, brought out the first safety car, which caused carnage, quite frankly.
See if you can get a run here in the last corner.
Entei almost spun it.
Stone Tao has made his pit stop.
Maybe it is the strategic decision.
Bodhod really close now, going on the outside for the move as Entei covers the inside as they go side by side, and Bodhod has just pulled out there, going around 3. Entei doing a really good defensive work there.
Can you put up what tyre they're on? Have you done that?
Oh yes. Lap data, is that in detail? Tyre, there we go.
Behind Entei. There you go. Lap data is now on. So you can see what tyres everyone on. You can see Bodhod in 4th on those medium tyres. Gold Gloves in 7th on those medium tyres, while the rest of the top 8 are on softs. So it's quite a diverse field with their little different strategies. A few going straight to hards, a few going to mediums, from softs to mediums, and a few starting on those medium tyres as well. So it'll all come together in the end. Wonder who has the best strategy here. Yeah, Entei has set Trent Sandals pits now. Maybe trying not to lose time to Tao. As also Scotty and Dildog. Everyone's coming to the pits on those softs, so I think those softs may be wearing out now.
We move onto Bodhod, trying to make a move again into turn 1, but Entei just really defending that inside, as they might have made a little tough. But again, impressive work from Entei.
Here we go now, again into turn 4. He can't make the move, doesn't go for a switchback. I think he just takes it back ever so slightly, ruining his momentum. But he's still going to go side by side. Through 5 I should say. He's going to get the move done? No he can't, they're still going to go side by side. And I think Bodhod's done it around the outside. A great move from Bodhod. Amazing move, he's up onto P2 now. 6.5 seconds off very angry sidepod, who should be pitting this lap. You would think.
Mate did just pit, so... you would think he would be coming into the pits now.
Well, I'm not sure about you, but it didn't come up for me about the pit window, so he is coming into the pits now, yeah.
He has jumped in, yep. So we'll just jump on board Stone Town now, see where he might end up. We'll actually jump to the mediums that has the Stone Town and Trent Sandals. So they might be trying a 2-stop strategy with a soft medium. As we've got very angry sidepod jumping onto the hard tyres.
Well, Tao had a bit of traffic from Resolution just in that lap, as he still goes to the fast up of the race. And does he come out in front? He does.
He has come out in front, as has Sandals as well, I believe.
The undercut has worked. It has, yes. The undercut has definitely worked. Sidepod from P1 down to P3. And Bodhod takes the lead.
We'll see how long Bodhod goes on these tyres. He's on the mediums. You'd think that Stones and Sandals want to do another pit stop. I don't think their mediums will last the rest of the race.
I think they'll go maybe another medium stint, or maybe if they can stretch to the mediums, maybe a soft at the end. I don't know what Bottle can do. He might be able to do mediums, hards, and have just a bit more tire life at the end. Otherwise, he can really stretch those mediums and go for the sauce. Which would be a big ask for him. So, looking down the field.
Got Sandals now, about half a second behind Stone Tower. See if he can going
make a move, yeah.
to the last corner. Good run and make a move into turn 1.
He's currently half a second behind as Intake comes into the pits to end his soft tire stint. 9 laps on that stuff, very good stint from him. Tower going fast again.
Stone Tower putting him back to back fastest laps now. Trying to pull away from this field. Very angry side pod. He's dropping off them as well, but he is on the hard tyres. So he's just playing. Yeah, I think he's just going to be playing the long game here. He's going to want to still try and stay in that DRS of them though. Get dragged along.
He's just on that bubble right there. Now coming within the second. 9.5 tenths. Just needs to, he needs to use ERS. The Semi-Pro gets a 10-second penalty, so he's gone off somewhere. Drastically, he's coming to the pits again. I think he might retire. It might be our second retiree.
Just jumped on board with him now. He doesn't have any damage, but he has retired, unfortunately.
So, 15 runners left in this surprisingly difficult Spain Grand Prix.
With the first penalty of the race as well.
So, Sandals 6.5 tenths behind Stone Tower. I wonder if he can try and make a move. If I don't think he's close enough again.
Yellow in well.
I think that may be Semi-Pro's car. I'm not too sure it is.
He did pull it into the pits, I thought.
Yeah, it's just stopped outside.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Nah, I think it was his, yeah.
But, yeah, as I was saying before, Sandals doesn't look like he has the drive to get out of the final corner well enough. See, Tao gets a much better drive. And he can just stay away from Sandals just for that front straight only. But you can see he's really struggling on the in the middle pass. I think he's running a much lower drag setup, trying to get the most of that long straight. Sanders is actually a lot closer this time. He can hold on until final seconds turn, but he has no ERS. Neither does Tao, but Tao is also running out of fuel. He's definitely underfueled the car, so he's going to save near the end, whereas Sanders can put that into a rich mix. So Bardhot is currently 10.5 seconds in the lead as Gold Gloves pits. He started on those medium tyres, so Gold Gloves into the pits. I wonder if the mediums can do around 10 to 12 laps if Bardhot's going to come in the next lap. His lead is up to 12 seconds.
It'll be interesting to see what it does do.
So Gloves puts on the hards.
We've got Bam P6 on those hard tyres as well. Riding right behind Jerndan with Scotty right on his tail, trying to make a move on the inside here down into turn 4, and I don't think he's made it stick. Bambi just had a better run on the outside.
Yeah, it looks like Scotty's just lost that momentum now, and he's got to wait until to that front straight again, because there's not really any passing opportunities here. Not really anywhere to get really too close, unfortunately. But Bambi now looking for a move. Up in Jerndan, I don't think he can get it done this time. But Jerndan's creating a bit of a train.
He is.
P9.
Bambi's going to try and want to pass him into turn 1 here. Try and get a good run out of the last corner.
So this line is he might change it a little bit, try to get a better exit, as he does actually.
He's right on him. He does have 100% battery as well.
There you go.
Also got Scotty coming in as well, which might almost make this 3.
Oh,
Scotty
Sanders
doesn't
has
actually make a
spun.
move.
Sanders has spun and broken his front wing.
Another mistake from a McLaren driver in the race again.
And that's definite pit stop. He can't continue with that.
A 3-second penalty for Bodhod as well. He won't be happy with that.
Wow. He has a 12-second buffer on Stone Tower. I think Tower might have to pit again as well.
I think he's going to drop to the line. So I think he's going to have to jump away.
So now, Bambi up into 4th.
Bambi is the big winner of that one there. He's
yeah.
Pack a little bit as well.
Danler's just giving away positions, going to come into the pits. He's not much of a front wing anymore, unfortunately. And Entei's had a pretty good first stint. He's come out in P7 currently. Sandal's getting a penalty for a good measure. So that's his race basically over. And it's up to Tao and Sidepod, I should say, for the lead. I think Bodhod may come in. And
it'll be interesting to see if Bambi can close the gap on Very Angry Sidepod, because I think they're both running the one-stop strategy, whereas the Stone might be running a two-stop strategy.
Yeah, Stone will definitely have a two-stop. Sidepod and Bodhod, yeah, definitely a one-stop strategy there, and as well as Bambi. So they're going to go long. I wonder if Tie Deck is going to come into play near the end for those one-stoppers though, because they'll have almost no tyres to play with, and if someone like Bodhod or Tao going onto the softs near the end, they'll have so much more pace over the front two guys that they'll have to put a... Oh, there's Bodhod coming to the pits now, so we'll see what tyres he puts on. Here we go.
Very cautious not to receive a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
He's coming to the pits. What tyres is that? It's a set of hards.
So he'll go on the rest of the way.
He's not going. It lags a bit. I think we're all good. It comes out 3rd.
Is Bambi going to be right behind him? Bambi's going to be a bit close to him here now as well, as Tricky does get his 3-second penalty as well. So the Stone's really going to want to make use of this fresh air here.
Yeah, he has 2.1 to Sidepod, but Sidepod will stay. He's going to have to try and just create a big of a gap as possible. So as soon as he gets on those soft tyres to the end, he will be able to hopefully catch Sidepod and Bodhod. Because currently he's 2nd to 4th, all on that one stop. As you said before, Scotty on the 2 stop. So they're very big variety of strategy here. Finn Kelly and Tree Kid both have not pitted yet, or have not pitted again yet, as they both pit around the first lap or two. So the field's slowly spreading out, but behind Scotty there's a bit of a battle for P5. Deputy Dildog, Entei and Scotty, or within a second of each other. This could definitely get spicy.
It's lagging, so I'll just put it on whoever you're talking about.
Yeah, that's all good. I think it might just be something to do with your stream, but we'll fix that next week, hopefully. So, yeah, on Deputy Dildog, riding on board with him, coming into turn 1. See right ahead, Entei and Scotty very close to each other. Dildog just trying to get a move, or trying to get closer. Hopefully he wants these guys to go side by side, having a little battle with each other. So it does get much closer. It can potentially make a move. Scotty's got to pit again, as he's on those medium tyres. Entei will not. Entei's on the youngest tyres out of this bunch of 3, so he needs to get past Scotty to try and just get a clear area and make use of those slightly younger tyres. As he has DRS, he's running out of battery, whereas down behind the Dildog in that Williams, who's had quite a poor start, now up into P7, trying to get back to his original position of P4. This Scotty also has another 40%, so Scotty and Ente have around the same amount of battery. Here we go. As Ente is not very good around that second to last chicane. As he just slightly gets some oversteer, and this is what happens. Now here comes Deputy Dildog in that Williams. Can he get past Ente? Ente covers to the inside. Dildog going side by side. He's going to try to go around the outside. Now to the inside for turn 2, and he gets the move. All but done, not yet. Here comes Ente on the inside now. With the inside for turn 4, he's going to try and send it. No, he's going to stay behind and concede that position to Dildog. Deputy Dildog up into P6 now. So Scotty would be loving this. Trickett actually pits once again. So I think that may be a front wing change. Unless, no, he had around 12 lap old. Medium, so that was strategic, but Dildog already with 3/10 of Scotty. Meanwhile, the front 3 are a bit separated now. They're just having their own little races. Surprised Botthod isn't trying to catch side pod. He might just be waiting till those tyres start to die out and just catch him naturally before the race ends. So, here we go. Coming into turn 1, Deputy Dildog overtaking mode and DRS on Scotty. He's almost a sitting duck pulling to the inside. Easy move for Deputy Dildog up into P5. And there's now 2.2 seconds to make up to X4K Bambi in that Mercedes. Ente now also trying to look for a move. Ente putting the fastest first sector of the race, according to our track map. As I don't think he has the tyres. Even though he did have the youngest tyres, he just hasn't got the grip though. Can't ride those curbs as well as Scotty or Dildog. So he needs to maybe not take as much curb, just get a little bit more grip, a little bit more traction, just so he can stay with those guys, maybe make a move. A side pod getting his first penalty, so I'm not sure if the Stone Tower has any penalties.
I'll just have a look now.
Yeah, okay. That's good. So yeah, side pod and Botthod very far apart from each other. 3.4 seconds between side and Botthod. As Finn Kelly does pit for his second stop, technically first stop.
No penalties for Stone Tower.
So Tower has the win almost in the bag. He does the pit. He does the pit again. He can't really do 13 laps on these tyres.
He does have 2 warnings, so he's on his last warning.
There we go. So he's on thin ice, you could say. Is now Botthod. It's just 3.4. He's just managing the gap, managing the tyres. He could be in for a win here. Just needs to keep that gap to probably less than 4 seconds. Dildog gets a penalty. He is catching
He's been really pushing to try and catch Bambi.
He's catching at a rate of knots. It was 2.2 last lap, 1.7 this lap. So, Deputy Dildog looking very, very fast here, but the 2 guys behind him, Scotty and Ente, they're not falling back, surprisingly. Still within the DRS range, so they're getting pulled along. Don't think they're using their overtakes to go along. They're just... Scotty might have a move here. Getting fairly close. Deputy Dildog sees A, pulls to the inside and covers. They'll compromise his run through 2 and 3. Ever so slightly, but I think the dirty air will save him there. Scotty has to lift. Otherwise he'll just understeer off the track. So it's now back up to 2 seconds for Bambi and Dildog. As Resolution, our debutant in P14 gets a 3-second penalty. And
this is just about the only battle we have on track at the moment. Deputy Dildog, Scotty and Ente.
Well, hopefully Bambi becomes a part of that sooner rather than later. It's the field quite spread out. One of the not so good factors about this track, not the easiest to overtake. So track position is key. That's why.
Side pod. Stone Tail has gone into the pits for his second stop.
There you go.
So that'll give first position to side pod. Bodhod jumps into second.
He puts on another set of mediums to the end. So soft medium, medium to the end looks like.
Was that the right strategy from Stone Tower starting in pole position?
I'm not too sure. I think softs are hards definitely worked for side pod. Medium's hard worked even better for Bodhod, to be honest.
He has dropped all the way down to 7th. He's going to have more pace now, but he's going to have to try and cut through the field pretty quickly.
He's come down, behind zero. He's right behind zero. He's got traffic in the way. Yes, dispatch almost right away if he has to. As he just needs to get past you, then catch up to Ente. As actually Scotty's actually pit. That's why. There you go, Tao. Round the outside of zero and gets the move done. As we speak.
I think that's the first move we've seen at turn 10 today, so it's a really good move there by Stone Tower.
You can see he just pulled the gap already to almost a second straight away. That just shows what those fresh mediums can do. As he's still battling with fuel, he still has to save just slightly. And he's running out of VRS as well, so he's definitely pushing here to the end. I wonder if he can be...
We'll see if Bodhod as well can close in on the side pod, because his tyres are much fresher, 6 laps fresher than side pods, but the gap just doesn't seem to be closing yet at all.
Around that 3-second mark, so I wonder if his hards are still there for side pod. I think there's 11 laps to go, and it's quite a high degradation track, so I think Bodhod may maybe just be waiting for side pod to run out of tyres, but looking at the gap to the leader from Tao, it's 17.5 seconds currently with 11 laps. So it's a little over a second per lap to catch up, which I think he might be able to do that. I'm not too sure if he really can, but I think he may be able to pull that off. He definitely has the pace for it.
He's definitely got the pace, but that's one thing getting behind cars, and you need to make the move as well. Jerndan has had an incident.
Very weird incident, actually. It's gone to the extended part of the track.
Stone Tail has put in the fastest lap with an 18.7.
So he's already under 17 seconds, 16.9, 0 pits. Expect Jerndan to pit as well. No, he has his front wing still. So he should be good to stay out.
Looks like he's clear of any damage there. Bodhod's brought the gap now down to 2.5. So half a second that lap.
He's definitely pushing now. Oh no, Sidepod's gone! Sidepod has lost it and is retired.
He's retired from the race. He's sitting in the middle of the track as well. Is that going to cause a safety car?
It doesn't look like he has yet.
Doesn't look like
it. Hit. Who hit him? Is that Dildog? Deputy Dildog just hit him.
Deputy Dildog has hit him.
And it's gotten a penalty for that.
You wonder why the safety car wasn't brought out then.
I wonder, do you think that was a damage retirement? Or, I think it must have been. As,
We've got a virtual safety car now.
There you go. It hasn't come up for me just yet, but...
It's just come out then.
A damage DNF, because he didn't move. I thought maybe he might have just retired out of frustration straight away, but this helps Ente. Deputy Dillard come straight in.
I think he actually lost his tyre and ended up in the middle of the road.
I think so. I didn't see him losing a wheel, but maybe different in your
screen. Hope that he didn't retire in the middle of the track there.
But Sidepod just ruining a win once again.
Now that does put Bodhod in the lead with a 9-second lead.
However, Deputy Dildog and Entei on the soft, or Entei on the soft tires, Dildog on those new mediums. Entei thinks he can. Oh, Entei! Oh no! Speeding on the VSC. He's got a drive through. That's his race done. So very easy mistake to have, and that pitch strategy has not paid off.
Yellows in sector 3.
3.
He's just jumped into the pits. TTV. But again, very angry side pod looking really comfortable up the front. But unfortunately, he's been prone to those mistakes.
I think he's just been overconfident, being a bit complacent there, and just making those small mistakes, losing focus, which costing them the championships. Look, McLaren were P2 and P3 at the start of the race. They're DNF and P11.
Pretty similar to last week as well.
Yeah.
They both DNF last race.
So, and again, Williams will have quite a strong race once Deputy Dildog comes out of pits on those fresh mediums.
Yellows in sector 2, Jordan has lost it again. Yeah, he's lost it out of that fast looping. Let's hope his AI just parks it out of the way here.
Looks like it will. Hopefully that's a good enough place to get out of the way. It looks like it should be. No yellows, or no, I mean safety car.
I think he's in a safe place.
Here comes Bodhod. Yeah, very far into the inside of the track, and Junez leaves. It's 13 runners now. Red Bull, another non-point scoring race. But I think if Sandals can maybe get some points and Resolution get points.
Another interesting one as well. Gold Gloves is in 4th place.
Yeah, he had a shocker last week. He's done quite well this week. Very much a lot better race tonight. As I just try to get the standings up again. Here we go. So Gold Gloves down in P12 in the championship with only 6 points. This will be a great point haul for him in P4. Meanwhile, the Stone Tower is quite a long way in front of Finn Kelly. Biggest losers, side pod's going to have.
Entei pulls out the quickest lap, but he still does have, and Deputy Dildog just pulls out a quicker lap as well.
So those softer tyre runners really trying, really pushing it now. As I was saying, Entei with no points currently, Trent Sandals with no points, which is honestly surprising.
Trent Sandals has been really strong in qualifying, but in the races he just hasn't brought it home yet.
Jerndam is out of the race, 0 in P10, he's currently P14 in the championship with 4 points. As well as Trickard is in P13 with 5 points. So Trickard, Sandals and 0 all battling for that 1 point that could move him up quite a fair bit in the championship.
0 trying to get ever so close to Proximity Ross here, trying to get close to make a move as I go around turn 9.
As Sidepod leaves, he's out of the race, as we know. It's another small battle.
Something must have happened up front, because the gap now between Bodhod and Bambi is only 4.5.
Do you think Bodhod's made a mistake somewhere?
I think he has made a mistake. Just a note as well, Bodhod does have that 3-second penalty as well, so he's only really leading by about 1.5 seconds.
Well, it says lap 24, he did a minute 27, but I think that was under VSC.
It was. I'm thinking it's the only gap that's not changing for me, so that might actually just be bugging out.
Yeah, he looked last few laps has looked pretty consistent. 4.5 seconds from Bambi to Bodhod.
Just jump onto him now. He doesn't have any damage, so I think it just might be a glitch.
I think it may be, yeah. May get it updated at the end of this lap, hopefully. I'd like to see the gaps from the leader, but we can see from leader to B3 it says it's 9 seconds. I'm not too sure if it is.
Ente has served his drive-through penalty, and he's dropped back down to 10th place. Gold gloves.
Third penalty. So he's really pushing it.
That's going to drop him down to 9th, not to 9th, to 7th at this rate, 7th to 6th. So he's going to want to try and limit those penalties a little bit.
With Ente from P10, this has brought Sandals into the mix for his first points. Ente as well for his first points.
Got
So
Zero
both these
right
guys-
on the back of Proximity Ross here now, going down the front straight.
Wonder if Zero can make a move for P8. That'll be a great bit of points for him.
And he doesn't
That
go
was
for
big.
it, just not close enough. So the lead has fixed up, so it is only 7 seconds.
Hell is 2.7. He can get Centaur can get P2 right now. He's very close to getting that spot. Meanwhile, Deputy Dildog is also very close to Scotty for P5. So, yeah, they actually, Deputy Dildog is P4 in the championship. Scotty is P5 in the championship. So this will have some implication. Have a little bit of a rivalry here already, starting all the way down in, I think this is round 4 currently. So I wonder if Dildo is getting a lot closer. Those softer tires, or younger tires, I should say. Looking
See if you can get a good run.
I think he can. Here we go.
He's been strong here all day.
And he do it. He's getting closer, 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 closer. And he pulls to the inside, and that is the move potentially done. Yes, it is. Scotty putting not much of a fight whatsoever. No, this is not the faster car. He's going to try and make it around the outside in 3. He can't get it done there though. I think that position just sticks. Meanwhile, Centaur is in P3. 1.5 seconds of Bambi.
Really closing in, but it's just a note. Bambi does have 75% battery, and Centaur's got about 10%. Used all of his up trying to catch him up.
If I do recall last race or the race before, Bambi doesn't use a lot of his ERS. It seems like he just forgets to use it up, because he's always had around 78% for the last few laps.
Not sure if it's a tactic by him to try and use it when he's in a battle, but right now he's still not using it either.
I wonder if he just forgets to use it sometimes, which is a bit of a surprise. You think they would. I'm pretty sure I've seen him use overtake, so I'm not too sure what happens there. If he comes Stone Tower, so he's passed him, but yeah.
He has
No
passed him
reaction from Bambi.
quite easily there, so I think Bambi might just be happy here to slot into 3rd place. I think get his first podium finish of the season.
I think you can check that. Bambi, no, he got
he
second
got
in
one.
Bahrain, so his second podium.
My bad, mate.
There you go. This will be Bodhod's first podium and his first win of the season. So it's looking like a very good race for him. Bodhod is
Deputy
down in
Dildog
his-
and Gold Gloves has received another 3-second penalty, so he's got 12 seconds now.
He might drop down to P5. He could drop down to almost P8. Or even P9.
He's going to want to not get another penalty, or it could be in risk of dropping out of the top 10 altogether.
So yeah, if he didn't have those penalties, he'd be on for a great points haul. But I don't think he can. I think he can just pushing a bit too hard here. That's Proximity Ross still behind Ente. Oh, Ente is actually up to P8. So Ente's passed both Zero and Ross after his tour through the pit lane. Now the battle is for P9.
Finn Kelly with a solid P7 as well. Didn't qualify well and had the wing damage first lap.
So I think he's done quite well to the end. I think these positions will stay unless for the latter part of the points. So Ente not pulling too much of a gap to Proximity Ross. Zero lagging behind, as has Sandals and Trickid. So the battle is now for P8 for the last 2 laps. Wonder if Ross can maybe get a move on Ente. Ross, yeah, Proximity Ross only on 6 points, so an extra 2 could put him. Could doing quite well. Actually, no, extra 2 will put him level with Smeg, or extra 4 I should say, put him level with Smeg, who's on 10 points, who could not race tonight. So he'd love to have that. Ente obviously having scored no points, this is his second race of the season down in P8, so I wonder if he can try and make some ground up. Don't think those soft tyres are lasting though, as we enter lap 32 or 33 of not as an entertaining race as last week.
No,
But
definitely not.
Last week was quite the crazy race. So don't think they could have done anything different here.
I think you just see Bambi at the moment, just trying to nurse his tyres to the end. He has been on them for 24 laps.
Yeah, wow. So he really went to the end. I think those tyres would be quite dead, I should say, but Bodhod, with the winning strategy,
But Bodhod does have a 3-second penalty as well.
He does, doesn't he? Yeah.
So the Stone Tower, if he puts in a really good lap here, he's down by about 2.5 seconds if he can make it up.
I think he's on 5 warnings as well. Yeah, he is. So 1 more warning, that gives him 6 seconds. Tower, meanwhile, is only on 2 warnings.
Got a yellow in sector 1.
That is
resolution again, unfortunately.
Yep. So struggling in his first ever, I don't know if it's his first leg race, but his first Tier 3 race. What?
So we're just right on board now with Bodhod, as he's on his final lap. Really impressive performance by Bodhod today.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
You're okay?
Oh well. Yeah, Bodhod, as you were saying, Bodhod doing a very good race with the mediums to hards.
He started really well on those mediums. Got up to P4 before everyone pitted on their softs. As he comes across the line now, and Bodhod has taken the win. His first win of the season. Jumped down onto Stone Tower, who I think's just taking it easy on the last lap. Comes in P2, the championship leader. Bambi taking his second podium of the season with a P3. Gold Gloves finishing in 4th, but expect him to drop down with a lot of penalties. Deputy Deal Dog and Scotty actually taking P4 through Deputy Deal Dog having penalties as well. Finn Kelly jumping up to P6. Gold Gloves dropping down to P10. So those penalties really come back to hurt him.
He will get 1 point, which is, yeah, not the best race for him. Yeah, he was quite solid, but the penalties did let him down there, unfortunately. Driver of the day is Finn Kelly, I should say. Here in Barcelona. As you can see, Bodhod in that full racing point and claiming that P1. So it is his first win of the season. I'd like to see him be a challenger for the rest of the race. The rest of the season, I should say, not the race. Yeah. He should have quite a good point haul here. So, classification of the race. Butthod P1, Stone Tower P2 in that Williams, Bambi P3, Scotty P4, Dildok P5, after starting only P4, Finn Kelly P6, up 10 positions in that race, Proximity Ross P7, 0 P8, Ente P9, his first points of the season in gold gloves from P4 on the last lap down to P10 because of penalties. 21 seconds in the end, which is quite a bit. Sandals missing out of points P11. He started P3, Trent Sandals, so he definitely needs to improve his race pace. Tricky P12 resolution on his debut. P13 a lap down. Jern Sidepod, Semi-Pro, and Jake our DNFs. So it looks like Dildog did get the fast off the rest of the 118.002. I think quite a good race. What do we have next?
Next week we have Baku, Azerbaijan.
That will be very.
So we have our first street circuit? Australia. We had Australia.
If you call that a street circuit.
Yeah.
Which...
But with no Monaco, I think it might be the only street circuit we have this season.
Is there Singapore here? Or has that been...
We also do have Singapore, so 2. We have taken out Monaco.
Yeah. No, Singapore is actually in. So Singapore's in there. Monaco is out. Baku is next. That'll be hopefully a much better race than this one. Much more exciting.
So that will conclude our stream today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you, False, for coming in as well.
Yeah, thank you for taking my role as a stream host.
That's okay. Don't think I did too well, but just be around next week. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week for round 5 at Azerbaijan.
Thank you.